What is up, everybody? My name is Degrading Arc, and welcome back, guys, to another brand new video. Today, we are doing something a little bit different. I haven't ever done this on my channel before. We are breaking down a trailer. Actually, no, scratch that. We have done it before. We did it with Battlefront 2. But today, guys, we are doing it with Call of Duty World War II, guys. That's right. We're breaking down the reveal trailer. I actually have a buddy of mine with me here to help us talk about what we think should be in the new game, what we think should make the game better, and you know, just kind of things along that line. Also, guys, if you guys have any input, let me know down in the comments below. That way we can go ahead and see that, you know, and if you guys think we didn't bring up a topic, bring it up down in the comments. But we have Mr. Edvin11 here in the lobby. He can go ahead and say what's up.
Hello, hello.
Alright, guys, so we are going to let you guys watch the Call of Duty World War II reveal trailer, and then as we're talking about it, we'll let you guys go ahead and just listen to us ramble pretty much. Here we go.
This day have set upon a mighty endeavor. Souls will be shaken with the violences of war in this hour of great sacrifice. We shall prevail.
Get your head down and keep moving!
We are all that separates the world from darkness. The enemy is ruthless. We cannot, we must not fail.
Duty first. Hey, Perez! Won't be enough for you! How many casualties?
We executed the mission.
Get me the fuck out of here! How many?
We had orders!
Get to cover!
Lieutenant, tell them what we're all about.
No mission too difficult. No sacrifice too great.
Welcome to the Bloody First. You're a long way from Texas, farm boy.
Alright, so now that you guys saw the trailer, you know, there's definitely some interesting things going on. Ed, do you want to go ahead and start it off, or do you want me to, bro?
Well, I'll just go ahead and start with the fact that the thing that people are kind of worried about. First of all, World War II is a pretty dark place. A lot of people are worried about the colors of the game and, well, basically them being bland and stuff. But I think from the trailer, you know, you can clearly see some really nice colors and some nice contrast and stuff. So I think we're gonna have a really beautiful game next year coming.
Right, right. And I mean, a lot of people, you know, were saying, wow, it looks really beautiful. But if everybody thinks back to Advanced Warfare, I'm not sure if you played it, Ed, but if everybody thinks back to Advanced Warfare cutscenes, they were actually really good. They looked pretty damn good. I can definitely see what you're saying about the colors. You know, that's one reason why you guys don't see me play a lot of Infinite Warfare, is because it is so bland. And as a content creator, guys, that's actually hard for me to even put out for you guys to even watch that, because nobody wants to look at bland colors. But, you know, that's why I play Black Ops 3. It's so much more colorful and popping, you know, and I think it just makes for a better video in general. But just also for a better experience for every player, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, Infinite Warfare just doesn't have the personality. The game doesn't have personality. Just, you know, every character in multiplayer is kind of bland. It doesn't even have a face if you look at it. And, you know, I think this game definitely has some really big characters that we're gonna see, and maybe even meet online and whatnot.
Right, right. No, I definitely agree with what you're saying there. Like Ed was saying, I mean, with Black Ops 3, you had specialists that actually talked to each other and, you know, interacted with each other, which was actually really cool to see in a Call of Duty. That had never really happened before, and they were each, like, all individual characters. One thing I would actually like to see them do, and I don't know if this will happen in multiplayer, is take the 5 guys from the squad from the campaign and actually make them the playable characters, so you can choose, like which guy you're choosing, or like say if they have certain characteristics, like say like a warfighter, from Infinite Warfare, where he's like more that running gun type of player with like the claw. Maybe that will be like one of the characters from the campaign where he's actually, say like using an SMG and he's like that running gun type. I don't know if they're going to introduce specialists into World War II. Part of me hopes they do. Part of me hopes that they don't, just because specialists, they can be very unbalanced, I think. I don't know what you think, Ed, but I think they can be pretty unbalanced sometimes.
Personally, I kind of like the specialists. However, they did say they're going to go back to their roots completely. So I don't think we're going to see the specialists, but I definitely think we're going to see a lot of customization for each character. Another thing that's coming is the headquarters, and I think this is going to be one of those features that allows you to kind of show your character to everyone else and kind of let them see what you have. What kind of gear you have, what kind of clothes you have, and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing about gear though with World War II. Like, how many different skins can they create? I'm actually very interested to see what they do, because creating skins in a World War II game, that's going to be kind of harder for them to do, I would think, just because military uniforms were they were just uniforms. Everybody was wearing the same shit. Nobody had different things. I would definitely like them to see, or I would like them to bring in a lot of gun skins. That would definitely be cool, like Black Ops 3 did. Not as I don't know how to explain it, like not as colorful, but just gun skins in general. Though I think that would be pretty badass.
Yeah, I think they're gonna bring a lot of customization. Maybe not as bizarre, like Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, but they're definitely gonna be the time. They're gonna make sense for the time being that they're in. But yeah, definitely, I really hope they do bring a lot of camos and all that stuff, because I personally love grinding for them. So I'm hoping to see that in the next game.
Right. So what kind of camos do you think they're gonna bring in? Back when camos started becoming like a real thing, like they're super huge. It was probably, I would say, Black Ops 2, where we first got like the payable, skins for our guns and stuff. And also that's when we were first introduced into Diamond Camo too. What do you think would be like a really cool skin to see for multiplayer?
Well, we can look at Modern Warfare Master, and we can, see that they brought up the Exclusion Zone camo, equivalent to the Black Sky on Infinite Warfare and Dark Matter on Black Ops 3. So I think they're gonna bring in something, something really rare and something really cool. But we're probably gonna see, the regular gold, the regular diamond. They're just probably not gonna be as flashy as they would be in the last Call of Duty games.
Right. One thing I would actually like to see that Battlefield 1 did, in Call of Duty World War II. When you go into prone on Battlefield 1, and if it's like muddy, the mud will get all over your gun. I think that would actually be pretty freaking sweet to see.
Well, I can definitely say that Sledgehammer Games probably has the best looking games. They produce probably the best looking games compared to other CODs. I would give Treyarch maybe second place, and then Infinite Warfare. I don't think their games look as good. So we can definitely expect that happening on this game, since Advanced Warfare Advanced Warfare looked really good, so I'm just assuming this game is going to look just as good.
Right. Well, see, here's another thing about like Advanced Warfare that a lot of people didn't like, though, is that the guns sounded like shit. Seriously, the AK-47, when they brought it out in Advanced Warfare, it sounded like a freaking HBR A3, just shooting. I know in the live stream that they said that they recorded all the gun sounds from like the guns from that era, and I understand why a lot of the guns, would sound the way they did in Advanced Warfare, because those are made up guns, they aren't real, you got your freaking laser beam guns and all that shit. But when they brought a classic weapon like the STG-44 or the AK-47, like, why not just bring over the sound file from, like, say, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and just, make it a little bit more crisp and clean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, but I don't think it's going to be a problem this year. It looked like they did a lot of research and a lot of digging to really make this a good experience. I think we're going to see some good sounds and good skins and really realistic content.
Right. No, I definitely agree with that. I mean, one thing that a lot of people are like really excited for is the headquarters, like you were saying. A lot of people are thinking it's going to be like I don't know if you ever played Destiny, Ed, but a lot of people think that it's going to be like Destiny social spaces where, all the players go into that space, like in between lobbies or stuff like that, and actually, go into a social space where, like you said, you get to show off your gear and, basically grind out for stuff that other people have that you don't, and you're like, wow, that's cool, I really want that, But see, the thing is, though, do you think, like, that social space is going to be a place where we can go and like fulfill contracts, like daily contracts, like you see in Black Ops 3, but we actually go up and walk up to that person and stuff?
I think generally it's a great idea. It's kind of a way to bring new ideas, new content without actually affecting the gameplay. We're going to stick to boots on the ground, traditional warfare, but we're going to have all these new features that we haven't seen before. So that's definitely a great idea. But I think other than showing off on headquarters, I think it would be a cool thing to do is like, let's say you meet someone in headquarters, right? You see some kind of person and you can kind of challenge them or look at their combat record and all their, highest kill streaks and highest scores and whatnot. It's kind of like a leaderboards thing,
okay.
But it's more creative. It's kind of more personal than just the regular leaderboards.
Right. No, and see, and this is the thing, guys. Like, obviously, what we're saying here is purely speculation. We have no idea what's going on over there, as much as I wish I did, and I know Ed does too. But like, we gotta wait 6 months for this game, basically, and it is absolutely freaking torture, guys. It really is. So, I mean, We've talked about multiplayer quite a bit. Now let's go ahead and get into, zombies here. Because zombies, we didn't get too much on zombies at all. I mean, literally all we got out of that live stream, guys, was a screenshot. And I'll go ahead and put that up on here now so you guys can see that screenshot. But me personally, I've always been a fan of zombies. Obviously Treyarch has done the best zombies. That's just, everybody knows that. Zombies in Spaceland for Infinite Warfare wasn't bad. That's one of the few things that Infinite Warfare did do really good. Obviously, Advanced Warfare did a zombies mode. Everybody, liked it, but they didn't fully get into it because it wasn't your traditional zombies. It was exo zombies, and that they actually created a very good zombies mode, in my opinion. You guys are seeing some gameplay up on screen right now, but in my opinion, they did a very good job. I don't know if they're going to try and tailor it closer to being, like a Treyarch Zombies or what have you, but you guys got to remember that the creators of Dead Space, guys, the Dead Space trilogy was probably one of the most horrifying trilogies out there. So they said that they're going to try and go for more of a horror game feel with zombies, and I kind of hope that's true. I don't know. I don't really have too many opinions on zombies just because zombies is different throughout the games. So, what do you think, Ed, for zombies?
I was never a big player of zombies. However, I did hear about, like you said, that they're gonna make the zombies game mode more horrifying, more like a scary type of game mode, which I'm really excited about. I've always liked scary games and scary movies and whatnot. So I really hope they do that. I really hope that it's not just gonna be another, shoot and run, basically survive. I really hope that it just kind of gives a different experience on the zombies while it's still keeping that traditional kind of zombie feel.
So are you thinking more of something along the line of making it more of like a linear where you're actually able to finish a mission in zombies, or would you like to just still see basically like a horde mode where you're just going through the rounds and there's still like Easter eggs?
I think they should definitely keep the rounds, but they should have some kind of ending point,
right.
Like Black Ops 3 had each stage had like a different story and different ending and a final boss and whatnot. I think they should keep that, but maybe bring in some more scary stuff, maybe even jump scares. That's not Call of Duty, but who knows? That would be pretty cool to see, I guess.
Right. So maybe like get through rounds, but also have like stages inside of each map.
Right, leading to like a final, basically, boss or final mission or final objective or whatnot, you know.
Right. And then after you defeat the final objective, maybe like, let you continue the rounds, or maybe it's just over from there. But what you can probably choose, like whether the rounds continue or whether, you actually decide to defeat the boss, at the end of that map, which I think that would actually be pretty cool too as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think they could just make it like, optional, the mission path optional, you don't really have to go to a final boss. You can just kind of keep slaying, keep going through rounds, not necessarily make it a requirement to finish the actual stage.
Right. So, we basically covered zombies, guys. I mean, there's not a whole lot to cover. Like I said, it is just kind of teased, I guess, with the picture. That's all we got. Not to mention, I'll put it back up on screen here, but the picture looks absolutely freaking horrifying. Like, I'd be freaking scared of that zombie. I don't know about you, Ed, but I'd be freaking horrified. And I hope it looks that damn good when you're actually, watching the cutscene for zombies, because I don't know if everybody remembers, but there was a cutscene for zombies before every map on Advanced Warfare. So I kind of hope they keep that tradition going right there with zombies. However, since we don't have too much on zombies, I want to talk about the campaign, guys. So we'll be playing the trailer right now, like while we're talking about the campaign, that way you guys can kind of follow along with what we're saying. So I'm restarting the trailer right now. And as I'm looking at it, guys, like Ed said, this game does look absolutely amazing. And, instead of being on the Pacific end of the war, like we were in World at War, we're actually in the European end of the war. So we'll go ahead and talk about our thoughts. I'll let Ed go ahead and talk about his thoughts first on this trailer and on how he feels about the campaign.
Well, so I think the campaign is definitely going to bring all the, cool characters and cool, whatnot, gunfights and all that. However, it is a past war, so really all the campaign is going to be is just basically a follow-up for the facts and the things that actually happened in the war. There's really not much room for for creativity. They kind of have to follow the facts. So I think this is going to be the downfall of the campaign. However, I think they still can add like a little twists on each story, or little twists on some facts, and make it a really cool experience.
Right. Well, see, a lot of people were saying that this is supposed to be like Call of Duty Big Red 1. I mean, we are following the Bloody First, troops, I guess is what they're called. I don't really know how to. I was looking for a word, I couldn't find it though. But some things about this, guys. I mean, this looks to be a darker and grittier campaign, though. This is like one of the things I'm actually very excited for is that, like in previous World War II Call of Duties, they did get pretty dark and there was like a lot of blood and stuff. But I don't think any of the Call of Duties have truly captured what World War II really was, and it was just a bloodbath. I mean, like, honestly, guys, probably one of the bloodiest wars in history. I mean, if not the bloodiest. And they show a darker and grittier side, especially in the campaign trailer, where you're seeing these troops just get obliterated by freaking debris and bullets, and you even see a freaking airplane come down at one point and just take out one of the guys that's running alongside one of the soldiers, which is pretty badass. But, I know this is all cutscene, and I know this isn't going to happen in game, but just to see these kinds of things in the cutscene would actually be pretty insane, I think, anyways. But, they said this is going to be closer to Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, which personally was the Call of Duty that I actually first started on. I didn't play Call of Duty 1. I've actually still haven't played Call of Duty 1 till this day, but I did start off on Call of Duty 2 and, progress from there. But, one of the other things that they're going for in this game is Brotherhood. That was like one of the huge features that they talked about in the live stream. And for me, if they're going to talk about that and allow us to do Brotherhood, I'm kind of hoping they do what Black Ops 3 did and allow you to play the campaign together. I think that would be pretty badass to get you and your friends together, you know, allow maybe a team of 4 to 6. I think that would be badass. I don't know what Ed thinks on that, but I think that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bringing some people, bringing some friends into the campaign would be absolutely amazing. Some of the features that they're adding into the campaign, I heard that there's not going to be any health regen. So,
oh really? Is that going to be a mode, or is that going to be like straight up? That's it.
No, it's going to be an action. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. At least that's what I heard. That's what probably the developer said. And you basically have to go to the medic to actually regen your health. So that's going to be pretty cool, especially if you're playing with friends. You know, you can kind of separate into different.
No. I'm not laughing at you, bro. I'm just laughing because I can picture, like, you know, me and my friends playing together along with you. You know, I can picture like when it was going down and somebody being a medic and somebody just freaking screaming "fucking medic," bro. I can see that happening, and it would be funny as hell to see that too. So, I kind of hope that's the feature. I hope they allow like you and your friends to freaking play the campaign together. I mean, I think that would be freaking sweet.
Yeah, definitely. I think like you said, that kind of, you know, you described that situation kind of got into my head. Now it's gonna be funny, you know, if funny and interesting to see what that feature could do, you know. But yeah, other than that, I think the campaign is gonna be pretty awesome. The developers did say that they're gonna kind of deliver personal experience and, you know, kind of make people feel what the war felt like. So they're really going to stick to the facts and make sure that, you know, all the, you know, maybe even the veterans are going to be, you know, kind of honored by this game, and, you know, just kind of make sure that everything follows the actual facts of the war. So.
Right. Yeah, no, I definitely want them to follow the actual facts, and not only that, but, you know, I'm going to refer to a film here, guys, and if you guys have never seen it, I definitely recommend you go watch it. Saving Private Ryan. A lot of vets saw that movie, and they said that was literally the closest you could get to D-Day. So, D-Day was, you know, obviously what you guys are seeing, you know, when they're on the beach. But the vets were, you know, like, yeah, that's really damn close to what it was. So, I really hope that if you guys like to immerse yourselves into games and into movies, watch Saving Private Ryan if you guys are able to do that. It's a damn good movie. It really makes you feel like for the soldiers that were in that war. I mean, it's absolutely insane, and I hope they do that with the game. You know, so I don't know. Like, hopefully this game is really immersive for the campaign, because you guys know I love a good story. We're finishing up Uncharted 4 here on the channel, and you know, that's also a very good immersive story that makes you feel for the characters. So I hope they actually make you attached to the characters. That's one thing that I always find myself not really, you know, okay with Call of Duty campaigns, is that they don't get you attached with the characters. They just say, oh, well, here's your guy, and go fucking shoot and kill people. No, I want to be that character. I want to be attached, and I want to feel something for the campaign. So I hope they execute that during the campaign. I don't know if Ed does, but that's the way I feel about campaigns.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have that experience. Like I said, it looks like they put a lot of work into characters and make it all personal. And yeah, I think this game, from the way it looks, I think this game definitely has a chance to become one of the greatest Call of Duties, you know, yet. I really want this to be a game where, like, I can come back to it, you know, 2-3 years later and still have a lot of fun with friends, and even playing by myself, you know. So I really hope that it delivers this year.
Right. No, I definitely agree. And, you know, I was actually playing Advanced Warfare earlier. As you guys can see, there was some gameplay of that, and I was also playing earlier today, and, you know, I still have a lot of fun with Advanced Warfare, you know, more fun than I have with Infinite Warfare for that matter, you know. It's still a damn good game. One thing, I'm going to come back to multiplayer real quick. One thing I would absolutely hate if they do this, I will throw a shit fit. If this happens, guys, when we see the beta, if there are fucking variants in the fucking game, I will throw a shit fit. I don't know if I'll buy the game if there are variants. I'm being serious on that. like, I'll actually no, I'll have to buy it, but I will not touch multiplayer, public lobbies unless, I'm doing like a live stream with you guys. But I will not touch it. I hope to God they do not do variants, because that would be the dumbest thing that they could ever do to this game. That would actually borderline ruin the public lobbies for this game. If you guys agree, let me know down in the comments below. But guys, I think that is going to pretty much do it for this video. We are 24 minutes in. So we've been talking about this for a while. Let us know what you guys think about the video. Let us know what your opinions are on the game. If you guys made it this far into the video, you guys are fucking champs. We both thank you for that. You guys can definitely be sure that you guys will probably be seeing Ed in more videos from here on out. So, without further ado, guys, if you guys haven't already, subscribe. Also, hit that like button. Hit that little notification bell. That way you guys can see whenever I do upload. And we will see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Take care.